Hey guys, and welcome to my very first deck check. In this series, I'm gonna go through a deck list, play a few games, and let you guys think about yourself if you want to try the deck out or not. I will leave the deck list in the description, and grab yourself a drink, and let's get started. Okay guys, so here we have the deck list. We're gonna start off with the two Blessing of Mights. They're really great to get some extra damage done or to get a big taunt guy out of the way. And yeah, mostly I use them for damage because, for example, if you think about it, these two are 6 damage together. So only for 2 mana, I think they're great. And you can use them in many different situations. And the Noble Sacrifice is it's really good. I like it in the deck. The original deck list had only one, if I remember correctly, but I wanted to put another one in because the Noble Sacrifice, it saves you from many situations, and it's just I don't know, it's just one of my favorite secrets, to be honest. It's very simple, but it's very people can counter it by using rogues can use their dagger, druids can use their shapeshift, and yeah, you know that kind of deal. And so it's easily counterable, but in total I really like this card in the deck, it fits in perfectly. Then we have two Abusive Sergeants, and Abusive Sergeant, it's just a simple, almost for every single aggro deck nowadays, it's just a great card. It gives you so many stats for 1 mana. It's like a Bluegill Warrior and a 2/1, so if you want to think about it that way, it's really good. But you need, of course, you need to have a guy out to make it work. So, but often you have a guy out, you have reinforce, many 1/2 drops, so it's always really good. Yeah, and then we have the double Argent Squires. They're just great for some early aggression, low mana drop. You can buff them up. It's very nice to clear with them. Put the Abusive Sergeant on the Argent Squire or the Blessing of Might, it just becomes such a good card straight away. And then we have the Elven Archer. The Elven Archer is really good for some maybe Loot Hoarder or different kinds of 1 health minion removal. And you can, if there's a big taunt in the late games, you can just equality and kill it with the Elven Archer. So the Elven Archer is, it's been doing some work in this deck, but I don't think I'm gonna change it because it can save you from many situations, and it has been doing that for me in the past, so I'm gonna keep it here. And then we have the double Leper Gnomes. Leper Gnome is great, 1 mana, often trades with 4 or even 6 damage, and when you have 2 of them, that may become 8 to maybe 12 damage, and that's just a lot of health you'll be missing against an aggro deck. So the Leper Gnome is one of my favorite 1-drops. The Worgen Infiltrator is absolutely amazing because many heroes have the 1 damage removal, and that's why aggro decks might be hard. For example, I see myself losing against aggro mages. I haven't played against many of them, but the times I've played against aggro mages, I tend to lose. But if I get a good Worgen Infiltrator start, it often maybe clears the board, takes their early aggression out, or for example, as again, you can go surprise mode by buffing it up with Abusive Sergeants, Blessing of Mights, and other kind of stuff like that. So I really like the Worgen Infiltrator in this deck as well. And you don't see it being running in many decks, only mostly Arena, I think. Yeah, I haven't seen this in any other deck as in this so-called Shockadin deck. And I've actually seen this Shockadin deck against me a few times in the higher rankings. So it's doing a comeback, so we'll see how it becomes famous in other decks. And then of course, double equality. Equality is amazing. Almost all your minions have 1 health, so the equality that you don't have to think about your minions, about making them weak, because almost all of your minions have 1 health. I'm sorry, everyone except Leroy. So yeah, the equality is just great. You can combo it with an Elven Archer, a Bluegill Warrior, Avenging Wrath, Consecration, everything. It saves the deck. It's great. A double Bluegill Warrior for some early game aggression. You can also use it as a finisher, if, for example, just Bluegill Warrior and buff it up, and you might even, do a big chunk of damage. Yeah. And here we have the Divine Favor. Divine Favor is just an amazing card. I mean, in an aggro deck with so many 1s and 2s, you will be drawing a lot of cards with this card, I guess. Yeah. And it's just amazing. If you don't have 2 of these, I suggest you should craft one. It's not expensive, and this card is just amazing. It keeps you on the track, and sometimes when you don't draw it, it may lose your games. It has lost games for me many times when I just don't draw it. So yeah. And then we have the double Wolfrider. Aggro decks. Of course, we have the Charger, so chunk some extra damage, maybe use it for some removal, mostly damage. And then we have the Truesilver Champion. I mean, this weapon is one of my favorite weapons in the game. It heals a little bit, but that's not the main part. You can remove many 4 minions. It's 4 mana. It's 8 damage if you use it, if you hit him in the face. And mostly I do, because this is a very, very aggressive deck and you need to get him down as soon as possible. Yeah. And then we have the double Consecration, and well, for Consecration is amazing. And comboed with Equality or against another aggro deck, for example Zoolock and other aggro decks, there's many aggro decks on the field, and it's just a great card. But I'm not sure, but I think you could survive with 1 Consecration, but I think having 2 of them is good. Yeah. Then we have the double Hammer of Wrath. It's good for removal, it's good for damage as well, and you draw a card out of it, so it's really good. It's just a card this deck I don't think could go without. So unless, yeah, actually this card is very good in this deck. And then we have the all famous, most annoying finisher card, Leroy Jenkins. And this card is almost a must. If you do not have this card, you can replace it with an Arcane Golem. Yeah, with an Arcane Golem. I wouldn't say you should replace it with an Argent Commander, because I've finished a few times round 4 just with the Leroy. Yeah, and that's best case scenario. But yeah, the Leroy is a very good finisher. If you don't have Leroy, just put an Arcane Golem in. If you don't have Arcane Golem, just put an Argent Commander in. Yeah. And then for the double Avenging Breath. This card, you'll see in the games I'm gonna show you soon that I love this card. It almost always clears the board, it does tons of damage, and this card is just one of my favorite paladin cards. And it's a bit RNG, of course, if you have to like clear the board and you use this, and it just, sometimes the RNG in this game, you guys know how it works, but sometimes this card is my best friend. Okay guys, that's the deck for you, so go grab yourself a drink and let's go see some games. Okay, so let's go in for our first game, and that's against the Warlock. And I don't know, I can't remember because I recorded this in beforehand and now I'm just going it through with you guys. And I think this is a Handlock, if I can remember correctly, so I'm gonna throw out the Truesilver Champion. The Bluegill Warrior, yeah, that's good for some early aggression. And guys, remember, if you don't have yourself a drink, go get it now. Pause the video, get yourself a drink. I have myself a cup of coffee, so sit back and relax. And okay, so we're gonna go super aggressive early start, double ones. He's gonna mitigate some of that, throw Mortal Coil. But the Leper Gnome is still gonna do 2 damage, cause that's Leper Gnome for you people. Bluegill Warrior, I think? Yeah, just to chunk some damage. I actually can't remember if this is a Handlock or a Zoolock, because that Mortal Coil doesn't say anything. Okay, it's definitely a Handlock, so... yeah. We could just go super aggressive in his face, but I think I want to remove that 3/3 Earthring Farseer. And I think I'm going to remove it with an Elven Archer. Yeah, let's go for the Elven Archer and then put all out and hit him in the face. And of course straight that first and then hit him in the face. Yeah, that's great. A sip of the coffee, a bit too hot still. I have to wait for it. Okay, he's gonna life tap. Next round, I 100% sure we're just gonna go Truesilver Champion because that's an obvious player right now. But at this part, I think I should have cleared the Sunfury Protector and not go all out, because he's at 1 health now, and now how he can put out a Molten Giant and a Taunt. And if I remember correctly, that's what he will do. And let's see. Yeah, there the Molten Giant is. Oh man, I see. I should have left him at like 15 HP, so he could have just thrown out the Molten Giant, and we would have maybe had lethal next round. But this was my play, and now when I look back to it, I thought it was a mistake. But we're still gonna get everything cleared. He's gonna be very low, and we still have the upper hand in this, except for, you know how handlocks work. They are in the late game, they can be very scary. They surprise you with tons of heals, taunts, big guys, Jiraxes, everything. But because it's round 6, we still have a good chance. Okay. He's just gonna heal himself up. Is he gonna do anything else? He shouldn't life tap. Okay, good. Oh, a Divine Favor, that's nice. See, this is what I meant with Divine Favor. I'm just gonna get a handful of cards now. Just for 3 mana, 5 cards. That's really good if you think about it. And let's throw out the extra Leper Gnome, hit him in the face. He's at 9 HP. We have an Avenging Wrath, Equality, Double Equality, and a Hammer of Wrath. So if he puts out anything threatening, we will get it away without any hesitation, just with a 1/1 and an Equality. So he's gonna trade in that. I think I might just... oh, I'm sorry. A little hiccup there. Yeah. Hammer of Wrath him in the face, he's so low. And now we draw Leroy Jenkins. And okay, I wanted to clear that 3/1, because he could taunt and he could make it so I can't Leroy next round, except, of course, I could Consecration Leroy, but he's just gonna throw the Mountain Giant out, and that's the game for you guys. Finish off with the Leroy. Okay. Perfect ending of the first game. That's the first game for you guys. Let's head for the second one. Welcome to the second game. And here we're against a Druid. And, well, let's see. Our opening hand is a Hammer of Wrath, Infiltrator, Archer, and a Consecration. I would throw away everything except Infiltrator, but I think I keep the Hammer of Wrath for some reason, just to have something you could coin out round 3, or just so you can deal with something. But I think it was a mistake to keep it in my hand, because if you look at the rest of our hand, we really don't have that much we could do, and we draw to a second one. So we're gonna start off just by putting an Infiltrator out. There we go, and end turn. Let's see what he does. Is he gonna do anything special? No, he's gonna Wild Growth. I believe this is a ramp up Druid then, with a lot of taunts and endgame stuff. So okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna buff the Worgen Infiltrator just to smash him for 5 damage, extra 3 damage. So let's see what he will do. Okay, he's gonna shapeshift. What's he gonna kill? What's he gonna kill? That is the question. He's gonna go for the Infiltrator. He's at 21 HP. So that Infiltrator and the Blessing of Might did 9 damage on him. And I take that as a victory. And here I decide to coin Hammer of Wrath and hit him in the face, because there was nothing else I could do this turn, and I have to keep the aggro up. Okay, he's gonna throw out a Yeti, and I have the possibility to ignore him or just go for the or clear him. And I'm definitely going to ignore him because I'm at 30 HP and that's just a Yeti, and we have the equality in our hand. So I don't think that Yeti is going to be a big problem. Often when I play this deck, I get scared that, oh my god, these big minions that I don't clear, they're going to do something bad for me. But then I always remember, I have that equality in my hand. He's going to throw out a Sunwalker. That's going to cause us a little bit of problems, but I think we'll handle them. Don't worry about that. And here I'm just gonna, this was a very reckless turn, I'm gonna Hammer of Wrath him just in the face. That's all I can do. I could have killed the Yeti, but he's at 5 HP, and then we draw the Argent Squire, perfect. So he's at 3 HP, the Yeti. I could have killed that, but to get him at 5 HP, he has to dig for heals now, because if he doesn't heal, I will have a great chance to win him next round with just an Avenging Breath. Okay, maybe... No, that would be very lucky actually, if 5 of the Avenging Breath hits would hit him in the face. So, okay, he's gonna taunt that guy up. And that's actually really good, because now we can equality and trade with it. So, that's good. Let's see. The play is gonna be equality. Actually, I play... Yeah, we could draw a lot of cards right now, so Equality, Noble Sacrifice, and then Divine Favor. For justice. Yeah. And let's see what we get. We got an Infiltrator, Bluegill, Argent Squire, Blessing of Might, and the Bluegill Warrior. Man, those were some great cards we just got in our hand. I mean, the Bluegill Warriors and the Blessing of Might, that's a lot of damage. Argent Squire is hard to take care of, so that's also some certified damage, and Worgen Infiltrator, he can only get it away with Swipe. So, or Starfall, but we have a lot of what we can do. Okay, he's gonna use his Shapeshift and hit my Noble Sacrifice. He will be at 4 HP. What will he do next? He's gonna... Okay, he's gonna save it. That... Okay. Okay, let's see. If we do 4... Yeah. I think we have lethal here. Yeah, we have lethal here. Just swing the Truesilver Champion on that guy, and then that's 2 plus 2 because he has the Divine Shield. That's 8. Yeah, that's lethal. That's, yeah, perfect. So this is how you see the deck is very aggressive. And remember, I was at 14 HP, so 1 or 2 more rounds I would have been dead. So that's game number 2. Let's go for game number 3, everyone. Welcome to game number 3. This is against another Druid. The last game was against a ramp-up Druid, I think, and I believe this is a game against... And this opening hand, I'm sorry, this opening hand was just phenomenal, and I will keep it all. And yeah, so I think this game is against Token Druid, which is more aggressive with the Force of Nature, Savage Roar combos that are very known with the Druid. So let's see how this game goes. Okay, so he doesn't do anything round 1, not surprising as a Druid. And I believe I will go Leper Gnome, Blessing of Might, because if I would have put the Worgen Infiltrator out, he would have had a swipe on my... Innervate swipe, or... I don't know, he could have done stuff, but I think the 5 damage, it's just a Moonfire. What? Okay. Actually, that was one great Moonfire from him. It took away a 5-1. And he didn't lose anything with it. Okay. I see Moonfire. Okay. Okay, let's see. Okay, this round, I think I should have Divine Favored maybe? Just to get some cards in my hand so I can start comboing them and just deal massives of damage. But I decided to, cause he uses coin and he uses swipe, so that's 2 cards. I could have gotten more, but I decided not to. And here I could have gotten 3 cards. I should have used it here if I didn't use it last round. It's good to say in, you know, afterwards, to be smart, but here I decided to go 3 damage to the face, which is not wrong either, because he needs to use something. Oh, he uses his second Moonfire. So, okay. He has no Moonfires left. And, okay, that's a perfect target for Elven Archer, actually. So, this round, I'm pretty 100% sure we're gonna draw some cards out of the Divine Favor. Yeah, we'll kill that Loot Hoarder and Divine Favor. See, when we killed the Loot Hoarder, he gained a card, so that means we get more cards. So, win-win. And let's just throw out the Leper Gnome. Okay, so we got an Equality, another Divine Favor, and a Hammer of Wrath this turn. So, I'm not really sure what... Okay, he's gonna use Breath against that, okay. So, next round might be Wolfrider Divine Favor, or Wolfrider Recruit. I'm not really sure, or actually, worst case scenarios, Equality, Hammer of Wrath, but he's not gonna do that, so I think we will just start smashing him in his face. Yeah, he has, yeah, we're gonna draw 3 cards. Yeah, let's do it. Awesome. Great. Cause, I mean, as you can see, Divine Favor is really good. Okay, he's gonna put a 4/4 charge out, kill my 3/1 Wolfrider. I almost... Okay, because of course, it's me, but I would have put in the taunt, because then I would have had to use an Equality or something to get it away. But at this point, I think I'm gonna just Avenging Wrath and Argent Squire just to get some aggressiveness going, if you can say that. Yeah. And now he's at 8 HP. If he doesn't heal, he's in a pickle. And okay, he's gonna use an Ancient of Lore and heal himself for 5. A Noble Sacrifice. That's actually really good, because the 5/5 is only scary if I don't have anything that I can survive it with. So now I have the Noble Sacrifice that will take 2 damage. Oh, actually 5 damage for me. Or if he uses his Shapeshift, he's gonna take 2 damage, and then he's gonna be even more low. And health is the most important thing to think about against aggro decks. So, okay, he's gonna Force of Nature. What's he gonna do with it? He's just gonna go clear. That's gonna take my Noble Sacrifice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and then he will trade. Yeah, he gets all my guys out without taking any damage. But he has to use his Force of Nature, so at this point I almost know I have a certain win, because not many Druids run 2 Force of Natures in their deck. And the deck, okay. That's another Noble Sacrifice. As I was saying, many Druid decks with the Force of Nature combo is meant to just finish them off from like 18 to 20 health. Okay, here we're just gonna Consecrate, because I have a Noble Sacrifice that does 2 damage to him in the face. If he uses his Shapeshift, that means he's gonna be at 2 health, unless he heals. And then I have the Consecration. But, okay, he's gonna use Claw to get some extra armor, and the card draw. And then the... I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. The Ancient of Lore, thank you, there. The Ancient of Lore, if he would have attacked with it, it would have died. So, that's why I used Consecration there, just to get some more aggressiveness out. Okay, let's see. If he does not trade the 6/1, we have lethal next round. Unless we top deck something amazing, let's see. Okay, he's gonna trade with that, so we do not have lethal this round. But we have many things that can, there for example, we have many things that can kill him. Let's just go all out. Yeah. And then we're gonna hit him in the face, and that is game number 3. And as you can see, this deck works great. But let's see our fourth and last game. Here we are against another Warlock, and this is a Zoolock, if I remember correctly. It's a very aggressive Warlock deck that I can remember, and yeah. So we're against Insomnius. If I can see correctly, yeah, that's a legendary Warlock. So we'll see how this game goes. I'm not myself legendary yet, but I think next season I will make a series. I don't know what to call it yet, but a series where I just get to legendary as fast as possible. And here I'm gonna coin out the Bluegill Warrior, because the Murloc Tidecaller, I mean, that thing gets out of hand very fast. And if I would have used that for damage, he wouldn't have had a 2-2 on the board as well, because I have my Murlocs as well. Okay, he's gonna put another Tidecaller out, and a Flame Imp, okay. So, we're in quite a pickle here. I think I'm gonna just recruit here, even though, now when I think about it, I should have put the Abusive Sergeant out, because the Abusive Sergeant trades with one of those guys, and my recruit does not. So, that was a misplay. I should have thought about that more, but what you gonna do? Okay, he's gonna put out the Murloc Tidehunter to buff up the Tidecaller. I'm sorry, that is my phone. Just gonna put it away. Thank you. Okay, so now we draw for a Consecration. This is a big game changer, and now I think, oh my god, this Consecration is too perfect. And here I screw up. He has 3 cards in his hand, and I took the chance to think that he does not have a Cold Light Oracle. A Cold Light Seer, I'm sorry. And there it is. And a Voidwalker. That made me really sad, because now my Consecration is not nearly good enough to clear everything. That's where the game changer happened in this game, and I can remember it, but we'll see how the game turns out. That I can't remember, that's the thing. I'm very low, I'm half HP at round 4, or he's around 5. That's not good at all, and we'll just see what he will do. He will just hit me in the face for 6 damage. He's gonna life tap. Next round, there's he's gonna put another Cold Light Seer. There's not many things I can do this round. There's the Leroy, does not help me at all. The Truesilver Champion killing the 5/4 is the best play at this moment, I think, because if I do not kill it and he puts 1 or 2 Murlocs out, that's gonna be buffed up and I'm gonna die. So I had to do that, and I'm at 6 HP and he has 4 on the board. At this point, I'm very sure I'm dead. Okay, well played. There it is. There was the last game, guys. That can happen also. And you know, that's the way Hearthstone works. Thank you so much everyone for watching this video. If you liked it, click the like button, subscribe button, all that social media stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a nice day.